If you're new around here, then hi, I'm Kiri. On this channel, we talk about all things micro homesteading, from growing indoors hydroponically to growing outdoors in the garden, and other ways that you can become more self-sufficient and less reliant on the grocery store. If you're trying to get away from all the plastic that's involved in starting seedlings, from solo cups to other plastic pots, then you may want to check out this paper pot maker. I'm going to be trying it for the first time. I just ordered it and I wanted to kind of go through it with you guys and show you what's involved. We'll try making some pots and see how it works and see if this is a viable alternative to all that plastic. So this is it. It's got the bottom piece, the top piece. That's all that came in here. Not too much in the way of instructions. Basically, it says we're going to use recycle old newspaper into ideal starter pots for young transplants and seedlings. We have the instructions over here. And it says easy to use. Cut newspaper into 9 centimeter by 25 centimeter for you people that like inches. That is 3.5 inches by 10 inches or longer strips. Roll the paper around, press and fold under the end, press into the form and remove pot. Fill the pots with soil and transplant seedlings or sow seeds directly. Establish plants ready for transplanting into the garden. I'm going to be trying it out with some dwarf moringa. I've mentioned this one before. It is a tree. It is super nutritious. So this stuff has 46 antioxidants, is a complete protein, and 18 amino acids. That's not too shabby for a plant. So I figured we would try it out, these pots, and see how it goes. Seemed like it's gonna be pretty sturdy, so we'll give it a try. I just wanna show you guys what these seeds look like. They're massive. Look at that thing. So cool. And I have some seeds prepped in some water because they need to soak for 2 to 3 days. But before we get to putting the seeds in, we need to make these pots. Tape measure, my newspaper, and I'm just going to give a rough measurement. So 3.5. I'll mark this and we'll make a couple of pots. If this works out well with the paper pots and the moringa, it's definitely something that I'm going to bring into my regular routine. I am also going to be trying out soil blocking for the first time, but we'll cover that in another video. So I have my paper marked. Don't think this is anything where you have to be super exact. Just gonna cut this out into my strips. I have 2 nice long strips, and I'm gonna take the top piece and I'm gonna take my paper and basically keeping it just at the edge there. It's probably be easier to do it on the table, but I don't have a top mount for my camera, so we're gonna have to make do. And then we're gonna roll that around, trying to keep all the edges lined up at the top. Now that we've got that rolled around and it goes in just over 1 inch on the bottom, it says to press. I'm going to press where the seam is, press that one down first, just kind of press it in like so. Then we need to press that all down, and then we're going to take the form, put it in, and rotate it around a few times, I'm guessing. I'm gonna carefully pull that out, and there we go. We got a little pot. I actually have something I'm gonna put these in, but I don't know where I put it. Give me a second. So I'm gonna put them in these little trays. If anyone knows what these are from, please let me know down in the comments. My parents keep finding them in their condo. They have a room where people put stuff where they don't want it, and they keep finding loads of these. There's no stamp on the bottom, there's nothing, and we were trying to figure out what the heck these could be from. I think they had some food in them. I don't know. It's a mystery, but they are going to work perfectly for my little paper pots. And now I'm going to just fill it up with some soil, pack it in there a bit. 1 paper pot full of soil. And now that I've made a mess, I need some water. And then I need to get these seeds in there. Just gonna make up another one, put this around. These are actually really easy. I kind of hope this works really well. I'm assuming the newsprint is going to be thin enough that the roots will be able to get through it and it's not going to cause any issues there. I did a video last year about different ways to start your seedlings. I will link it up above. One of the things I don't like to do that you see sometimes online is eggshells or the egg cartons. Eggshells are hard. Like, it's going to be very hard for those seedlings to get through that, and it's not a lot of space. Same thing, actually, that one worked even better on the bottom. And there's not a lot of space there. Same with the egg cartons. I mean, these things aren't massive either, but they're more space than that. This one works so well. An egg carton would be really, really thick for seedlings to get through. I don't know if you've tried it and it works well, let me know down in the comments below. Just for me, it's not my favorite method of starting seedlings. I did really like the cow pots for the squash. I will put a link to the cow pots below. And yes, they're made with cow poop, but they're really, really good. They biodegrade, and especially for things like squash that don't like to have their roots disturbed and they can go into transplant shock. Those are my starters of choice. I spilled the water. I don't have a watering can up here, so I'm going to use my Aero Garden watering jug and carefully give this a water. In hindsight, I should have pre-moistened the soil, but I didn't. So if you're doing this, pre-moisten your soil. Always. You don't need to buy this. You could use a glass jar or something. You may not get as nice indent on the bottom, but there's totally other ways to do this. I just wanted to try it out so I could kind of share with you guys what I thought about it. So far, I'm loving it. It's a good size. And I really do like the way that it kind of indents into the bottom and kind of helps it hold together. The first one I did is opening a bit on the edge there. This was the one that I didn't get it to go completely underneath into the bottom. The other one, the second one that I did, is just looking beautiful. It's nice and tight, and I'm liking these. For the experiment, I'm just doing them, like I said, in these containers, but ideally I would do it in a big tray and like kind of pack them all in and then, yeah, just see how they go. I'm gonna have to give this a little bit longer because this water is not absorbing right now. And like I said, this is why you pre-moisten your soil. I got a little overexcited and wanted to start shooting this video, and now I'm paying the price. But it will give those moringa seeds a little bit longer to soak. They really do look cool in there. They really did open up now. It looks really cool. Well, I think so. But I'm a plant nerd, and nerding out about seeds is kind of what I do. The nice thing about these little trays is I can bottom water these and just let it absorb up, which is what I'm going to do right now due to my poor planning. We're gonna wait. All right, so we've got some water absorbing. You can see it's going up the side of the pot there. And I think it is time to put in our seeds. Generally, the rule of thumb for planting seeds is you want it twice as deep as it is high. This guy is, let's see. Let's give him a little measure. Where'd my measuring tape go? I'm losing everything today. There it is. All right, so this guy is like a centimeter. So I'm gonna plant him about 2 centimeters deep. Pop him down in there. So he's tucked into his new home. I'm gonna put these aside and then I will check back in with you guys in like a week or two and we'll see what's going on. So I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, so it's been a few weeks and the little moringa plant is looking pretty damn good. We have some roots that are starting to come out of the bottom, which is a good sign. So I'm gonna pot this little guy up. I still do not know what this little dish is for. So please let me know down in the comments below if you have any ideas, because it's driving me a little nuts and there's no good reason it should, but it is. My thoughts on paper pots. Will I be using them? Absolutely. I actually was really impressed with these. I think what I'll do is I'll make up a whole bunch, put them in a tray so that I can bottom water them rather than having them in individual ones. This was just for testing it out. Definitely I'll be adding these into my micro homesteader toolkit. I will definitely be using these every year. Hopefully you guys found that helpful and it gives you a plastic-free alternative for gardening so you can cut down on some of those plastics that kind of come along with gardening unless you go out and find some other alternatives like the paper pots. Also, soil blocking is another great option. I am testing that out as well. I'll be doing another video on that once I kind of get a feel for it. And if you guys are looking for some other ways to start your seedlings, you can check out this video down here. And please, please, please do not skip the step of hardening off your seedlings. I have a video up here you can check out to learn more about it. It will make a huge difference. So until next time, don't forget to enjoy the little things and go out there and make food grow. Bye, guys.